Hi, I'm Barry Heiser, National Sales Manager at Phoenix USA RV, located in Elkhart, Indiana. And today we're here in our plant, and today I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Wayne Wells, the rep from Liquid Springs, the manufacturer that provides us with the world's best suspension system for the Phoenix Cruiser. And Wayne, I'd like you to talk a little bit to our customers about Liquid Springs and about the fit we have with the Phoenix Cruiser, and
Perfect.
and let you get acquainted with our customers.
Thanks, Barry. So what we have is a 5-link compressible suspension for the rear axle of these E450 coaches that Phoenix Cruiser is building on. What it is it's a compressible liquid suspension, and that allows us to vary the spring rates. So as you're going down the road, we are sensing the speed, the steering, the braking, and the ride height at all times, and we're making adjustments with those senses or those signals coming back from the Ford chassis, and we're able to change the spring rate very rapidly. In about 40 milliseconds, we can ramp that spring rate up and back down. It's checking itself about every 10,000th of a second. So very quickly it's keeping track of what the suspension's doing and stopping all that body motion that goes on in these coaches. It definitely will give you a safer, more comfortable ride. If you've ever had a motorhome or you've driven a vehicle where when you get out of it, you're tired and your shoulders are stiff and you just feel like you've kind of been beat up going down the road, that's what this takes away. It doesn't allow all that motion to go back into the steering wheel and something you have to herd going down the road.
So Wayne, you're saying that this coach with the Liquid Springs added, you're not going to get that traditional pitch and roll that you feel in most Class A's or Class C's or other B plus products.
Absolutely. Barry, what this will give you is it feels so automotive, like when you drive it, you forget that you have 30 feet behind you going down the road. I mean, it truly is that comfortable. I've had enough people where we've done demo rides in your products where they've got out and said, that drives better than my pickup. I mean, that's a normal comment after driving this. And that's what the Liquid Spring suspension will give you, is that comfort and that security that if you have to make an evasive maneuver, this vehicle will let you do it. You're not scared it's going to roll over or you're going to not be able to turn around whatever's in front of you. That's truly what our suspension is all about. I mean, we're really big in the ambulance and emergency vehicle market. And the reason being is they're driving at speed and they have a patient in the back. They have to be able to take care of that person. And that's what our suspension allows them to do. It takes out a lot of that ride frequency, the rough, bouncing ride, but it also keeps the vehicle very stable going down the road. I mean, that truly is the epitome of what our suspension does. I mean, your product fits so well with what we're trying to do. You guys build a very high-end model coach for the market you're in. You are definitely the cream of the crop, and that's our suspension, same thing. I mean, we're not giving you that truck style ride, we're giving you an automotive style ride.
And the other thing I want to say too is don't let the price scare you away from Liquid Springs, because the value you're going to receive and the comfort level you're going to achieve when driving the coach is worth every penny of it.
It'll also, it's going to make the coach last a little longer because it's not going down the road beating itself up. I mean, it'll make the box, the cabinets, all that stuff last longer, and you're way quieter interior, which you guys have a very quiet coach anyway, but it's even more improved with our suspension. I mean, it truly is night and day what we can do with a coach.
Great.
Here we have a finished unit, and this is actually a coach that has been done, and we're out testing it, and we'll have Barry. Hey Barry, go ahead and drop the suspension down. This is also another feature you can get with our suspension, is you can lift and lower the suspension at slow speeds. So if you have a bad departure angle or you have an overhead hanging, you can actually raise and lower the suspension. Go ahead and raise it all the way up, Barry. And it'll allow you to get out of places that you really don't want to be in. If you're running in one of the settings that's not the normal setting, at 15 miles an hour, it's automatically going to revert back to the standard ride height. So you won't be able to go down the road and drive it really high or really low at high speed, but you can at low speed. As you can see, when it raises here, it raises about 3.5 inches at the axle, but we get about 6 inches back here at the tail of the coach. So if you have somewhere where you drag, or you have a driveway that you have to put it in, you can do it with our suspension. Go ahead and set it down to normal now, Barry. But that's just an added benefit of the suspension. And what Barry's doing, he's changing that up here in the coach at the driver interface. This is the actual driver interface right here, and you can change these settings from normal, comfort, and sport. And what that does is it makes the vehicle ride a little bit different. The sport setting is definitely going to give you the most sporty ride, and that's why we call it sport, is it's going to make it handle the best. So if you're in windy roads or the wind's blowing, I always recommend you kick it up into sport. If you're just driving down the freeway and you want a nice, comfortable ride, you can put it in comfort, where this one's set right now. It's going to give you the softest, smoothest ride. Or normal, where most people run it, is they'll just leave it normal most of the time. But that allows you to kind of pick what fits your personality and your driving style. What it will do is, on the comfort setting, a lot of the frequency over the bumps will kind of dissipate. When you go up into sport, you'll feel the bumps a little more, but it definitely will handle better. And that's personal preference, and I always try to tell people, hey, experiment with this, play around with it. You can change that on the fly. You don't have to be sitting still to change the ride settings. And that's just another nice feature of our system, is it allows you to tune it to your personal preferences.
Well, Wayne, we sure appreciate you taking the time to come to Elkhart and
Anytime.
visit us at Phoenix Cruiser and talk about our product and your product to our customers. So thanks again, and we appreciate all your help.
Perfect. Thanks, Barry.
Yeah, you bet. And when you're ready to place your Phoenix Cruiser custom order, give us a call at 877-754-8535.